Lincoln Model KB Convertible Sedan by Dietrich 1934. With a major revamp of the Ford brand that took place in 1932, Lincoln received a similar redesign. Lincoln also received a powerful V12 engine, and the new model was offered in long and short wheelbases. The short was dubbed the Ka and the long the KB. The new Lincolns for 1932 showed refined styling that significantly updated the aging L model. The fresh look incorporated a Ford-style radiator shell. The car rode on more modern 18-inch wire spoke wheels and was offered in, as was customary for Lincoln, an extensive catalog of body styles including many expensive custom styles. Lincoln's custom offering was very impressive, including cataloged styles from most top custom body makers including LeBaron, Dietrich, Willoughby, Waterhouse and Brunn. The KB chassis would earn legendary status in period and today is a highly desirable senior CCCA classic. Praised for its excellent driving qualities, with exceptionally light and predictable steering and fine power-boosted brakes, the KB has become quite popular with seasoned classic-era enthusiasts with an appetite for touring. For 1933, Lincoln added a slightly smaller 12 to replace an aging 8-cylinder unit which had been offered on some Ka chassis. A new 1933 front-end styling updated the look of the car considerably, while stylistically Lincoln did take one step backwards by reverting to a louvered hood. This mistake was corrected when proper hood louvers returned in 1934, where the overall design got back on track. The styling was refined and the new models had a polished modern look, helped by a move to body-colored radiator shells and smaller headlamps for added sophistication. A new larger version of the 1933 Ka engine was now adopted for the KB model. This more modern engine, though slightly smaller than the original KB V12, was rated at identical horsepower. As America hit bottom during the Great Depression, Lincoln manufactured only 744 kilobytes chassis in 1934. Of those, a mere 25 were the graceful Type 281 convertible sedan to a design by the famous LeBaron co-founder, Ray Dietrich. Small wonder. As advertised in 1934 with a base price of $3,200, the 12-cylinder KB was already an expensive luxury car. The top-of-the-line Dietrich convertible sedan nearly doubled that, listing at $5,600. At a time when breadlines were long and a family car a notch above a Ford B cost little more than $600, it was a stratospheric amount of money. Nevertheless, the KB Lincoln cost less and was as luxurious and powerful as its multi-cylinder competitors by Packard and Cadillac. And the few customers who opted for the captivating Dietrich coachwork received matchless style for their outlay, including a fashionably raked and split windscreen, rear-hinged front suicide doors and folding B-pillars, making the car fully transformable. In addition, a Dietrich convertible sedan could be used as a chauffeur-driven car, as there is a formal roll-up division window neatly built into the separation between the front and rear seats. By the early 1990s, chassis KB 3444 was a sound and complete car that retained its original metal and structural wood framing throughout, but also a car in need of a complete restoration. Sometime around 1996, the job was given to Mosier Restoration, a quality restoration company located in Inglewood, California. The no-expense-spared restoration was commissioned by a certain Larry Harvey who owned the car at the time. Since Harvey had a pronounced desire to use the car when it was finished, much attention was paid to drivability, longevity and reliable touring capabilities. For this reason, the original 414 SID engine was professionally bored and stroked to 455 SID using new high-tensile internal parts including a custom-made steel crankshaft, new connecting rods, pistons and valves. This remarkably revitalized V12 was then dyno-tested at a strapping 220 peak HP output, with a power curve that was a virtual carbon copy of the original, merely at appreciably higher levels with no sacrifice of reliability. Once the restoration was finished, Larry Harvey brought Mr. Mosier along for an extended 2,000-mile trip from Michigan to California, where KB 3444 performed strongly and flawlessly. In 2006, The car was acquired by Jerry Greenfield of Washington State and then passed to Al McEwen, a well-known West Coast collector and Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance official. McEwen had KB3444 partially disassembled in order to refinish the body in its current factory-correct blue tone, complemented by blue leather upholstery and carpeting. The pale yellow beltline and painted wire wheels provided delightful contrast and complete this tasteful ensemble. In this way, KB3444 is virtually identical to the 1934 Lincoln, which was featured in official print advertising, and this is likely just how Dietrich originally envisioned this seductive design. It is believed that as few as 3 or 4 examples remain of this very desirable body style. On this particular example, beauty is more than skin deep. This attractive and versatile coach-built body has been given a top-notch restoration that remains in superb condition, coupled with an engine with seriously enhanced performance. All the new owner needs to do is find a sunny day and a stretch of open road. The longer the better.